Hey, what's up guys? Matt Laidlaw here from Laidlaw's Harley-Davidson. So today I have another Screamin Eagle performance video for you guys. I want to thank Joe for letting me take out his 2012 Iron 883 with a Screamin Eagle Stage 4 kit on it. This bike was a lot of fun to rip around, even though the Iron 883 isn't the best suited bike for myself because I'm so tall, but it was a really fun bike to ride around. So I'm going to be doing a little walk around for you guys and taking the bike out and giving you some commentary on this thing. Alright, so like I said, you got a 2012 Iron 883 here. It is now a 1200cc because of the Stage 4 kit that's on here. The Stage 4 kit, for those of you who haven't watched my videos in the past, you got bigger pistons and cylinders, you got the higher flowing CNC ported heads on here, bigger throttle body, different cam that's more of like a high-end top-end cam, and different tune on here as well. And yeah, he did quite a bit of cosmetic stuff to the bike as well to make it look really good as well as perform well. You've got Bassani exhaust on here, and I got some pretty good audio on this video, so you'll be able to hear what the exhaust sounds like. You got Screamin Eagle's heavy breather intake there as well. The paint is pretty cool. This is a genuine Harley-Davidson paint set. So every year Harley-Davidson comes out with paint sets that fit in certain bikes. They can do like a touring bike and a softail bike and usually a Sportster every year, but it's pretty limited now. They do less and less every year. He did put this gas tank relocation kit on here, so it pops it up a little bit over the top tube on the frame. Gives it more of that 70s like raw chopper look. A little bit more of a gap there between the rocker box and the tank as well. This here is a genuine Harley-Davidson seat. This is like a cafe style seat. It's the seat that comes standard or stock on the 1200 Iron now, but it is a genuine Harley. Here's another shot of that tank here with that relocation kit. In the front, you've got, custom bars. I don't know exactly which make the bars are. I should have asked Joe what they were. You've got a LED Daymaker headlamp on here. So all LED. Turn signals are LED as well. I believe those are the custom dynamics turn signals. He did a front fender elimination there. So he just has that brace bracket there over the wheel. So here's a shot of the Screamin Eagle CNC ported heads on here. So this is a higher compression head, higher flowing as well. And he did little things, like I believe there's like Roland Sands foot controls. You've got this side mounted Speedo relocation kit as well. Again, one more thing to kind of give it that like chopper bobber-esque look. Make it look like more of a custom bobber. And here's another shot of the bars. These are probably like a 10-inch or 12-inch bar or something like that. And you've got the swing arm bag here. I believe this is a genuine Harley-Davidson swing arm bag. You've got a Harley emblem on there. I'm not sure if you put that on there, if it comes on there. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's a genuine Harley bag or not. Sorry guys, I should have asked him for the parts list before I did this video. But yeah, he definitely went with that like custom bobber look on this bike. He took the factory bobber style points and kind of enhanced or accentuated those even further. He's got LED turn signals in the rear. I believe again those are the custom dynamics. The fender here is chopped, so it exposes more of that rear wheel there. One more thing to kind of give it that chopped bobber look. It looks like he got the highlighted, or he painted on or highlighted the Harley-Davidson on the wheels. Some guys like color those in with like a Sharpie. I'm not sure what he did there. He's got the Grip It grips, cell phone mount on there as well. But yeah, it's just a cool raw little bobber iron. And he's got that chin spoiler there at the bottom of the frame as well. It's kind of a nice little touch. But yeah, let's take this thing out and rip it. So 2 points or topics that I want to cover now. First one being how it compares performance-wise to some of the other Harley-Davidsons. And number 2, how I view this kit from a value standpoint, money versus what you get out of it. So first off, performance standpoint. So I feel like, well, first of all, this thing blows away the Iron 883 in its stock form. I mean, destroys it. I mean, if you raced one, the 883 with just a regular stock engine build is going to get left in the dust. Even when you compare it to like a 1200cc, so if I raced like a 48 or a Roadster or something like that on this bike, you're going to win with the Stage 4 Iron 883 pretty easily. Especially when you get up into that third, fourth, fifth gear, you're going to smoke a regular stock 1200cc bike. Now, I feel like where it's going to be kind of a good race is if you were to race like a stock 107 Softail. I think the Softail is still going to win, especially right out of the hole. The Milwaukee 8 is going to take off and be able to beat this bike pretty easily, and the 114 will be able to smoke it. So yeah, I think once you get up to a Softail with a 107, it probably still favoring on the side of the Softail, and the Softail Milwaukee 8 with a 107 produces more power, but you got to remember that the iron and the Sportster frames are about 100 pounds less than a Softail, which accounts for a lot. But guys, I'm just going off the seat of my pants, for what that's worth. I don't have any factual data to back that up. Obviously, I ride a lot of bikes. I have been riding for a very long time, and I've ridden a lot of Harleys. I do on a daily basis, so I'm just kind of gauging that off of my gut feeling on the bike. So yeah, it's fun, especially with this exhaust. The sounds too can kind of give you that feeling or that sensation of going faster than you really are, which I definitely can be the case with this bike. But the sound, if a good sounding exhaust like what's on this, the Bassani, just kind of really adds to the whole experience of it. It is just an Iron 883, but you feel like you're racing in some like huge built out muscle car or something like that. So yeah, really fun bike to ride, and the exhaust and the sound and everything really adds to it. Again, the Stage 4, for those of you who haven't seen my performance Screamin Eagle builds in the past, the Stage 4 is a kit typically with a cam that favors higher RPM. So it's a little bit different than what most people are used to in riding a Harley-Davidson. Most people are used to shifting earlier in the RPM spectrum than what the Stage 4 really calls for. The Stage 4 continues to build horsepower all the way to redline, and that's the same with this Sportster Stage 4 as well. If you're someone that likes to rev it out more, then the Stage 4 is a good kit for you. If you're someone that just likes to, short shift or shift earlier and really keep it in that low end torque power curve, then probably a Stage 3 is going to be best for you. From a value standpoint, there isn't a whole lot of people that are going to be investing the money into a Sportster for a Stage 4. And there are some people that will, and I'm not saying it's a bad idea, I'm not saying it's a good idea, I'm just saying you got to be realistic about your needs and what you want out of your bike. So the kit, the parts alone on the kit, I believe are like $2,100 or $2,200. Once you factor in labor into that, you're going to be about $3,500. And then if you factor in the price of your exhaust and your intake and your tuners and stuff like that, you're probably going to be anywhere between $4,000 and $4,500 all in with parts and everything. And I separate the exhaust and the intake from the Stage 4 kit because it's not part of the kit, but it's something that everybody kind of needs to do to complete it and get the max benefit out of it. So you're now at about half the cost of an Iron 883. So it's kind of like, okay, you can get this Iron 883, which one of the appealing things about this bike is the fact that it is a lower price point. So now you're kind of negating that benefit. And for the price of an Iron with the Stage 4 kit in it, you can get a Street Bob or a Lowrider or something like that, or pretty close to that price point. And with that, you're going to get about the same power and performance, a little bit different power delivery, but then you're going to get a lot better chassis. And that's going to lead me to my next point here. Really, the biggest limiting factor I found on this bike wasn't so much the speed. I still had a lot of power available when I was taking this bike up on the freeway, but what I was finding is once you get up to about 90 or 100 miles an hour on this Iron 883, the chassis just isn't designed to go at those speeds, especially on really rough freeways like we have around the dealership here. And so, it's kind of bouncing and hopping. You don't really get that sense that you're planted on the ground really secure like like you would be like on a bagger. It's like the perfect example of being planted and feeling that feeling of security at high speeds. So this thing is kind of a like hang on, and you know the bars are kind of bouncing around, and so when you go to shift, you know, you got to make sure that your hand is in the right position. And just, I mean, the brakes on this bike are before they upgraded them in the 2016 model years when they upgraded the Iron 883 brakes. So just the entire chassis as a whole, I mean the suspension and everything, taking bumps at those speeds just isn't really set up to go faster than, like I said, 90, 100 miles an hour. So I feel like if I was on just a nice, smooth, open, flat road, you know, this thing you could probably easily get it up to about 130 or so. I don't know, but and I don't think there's a governor on this bike either because of the age. I think the governor started when the Milwaukee 8 came out. But yeah, I had a lot of fun on it. So I guess I'd recommend this kit to people that really love everything about their Sportster motorcycle, the frame, the size of it, maybe like the weight of it, maybe like the style of it. Maybe you've hooked up your Sportster and you're in love with everything it does, and maybe you're not a guy that really gets out on the open freeway and does really high speeds for a long duration. It's fun just to blip it, you know, real quick and blast on the freeway in a short segment like I did in this video. But if you're, you know, going on a 300, 400, 500 mile ride up the open highway, this thing, you're probably gonna kind of get sick of it. And again, that's not so much because of the engine kit as it is just the frame and the nature of a Sportster. Sportsters aren't really big open highway, high speed, long duration bikes. They're great for, you know, bopping around town, urban areas, and things like that. But anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe to see my future content. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and if you enjoyed Joe's bike, give him a thumbs up as well and give him props on his Iron 883. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. If you have any requests for future videos, I do look at those, guys, and so if I get a lot of requests for certain videos, I will be sure to produce them. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.